I have come to the conclusion that leftists really love signs. Every time I drive by a house with a yard covered in political signs, and I look up the names featured on those signs, 9 times out of 10 it's a Democrat politician. Leftists are also a fan of that stupid sign that says, "Love is love, science is real, kindness is everything." Science is real, mind you, but that is a topic for another video. Anytime I watch man on the street interview style videos, the leftists are always holding signs. Today I thought I'd go over one of those videos and analyze some of the leftist signs to see if anything they're saying is coherent. Let's go. First sign we come across says, "Emancipate this WAP." WAP is that disgusting Cardi B song about female genitalia that is one of the worst pieces of alleged pop music ever made. Emancipate means the fact or process of being set free from legal, social, or political restrictions. What about your WAP is restricted? You have all the sexual freedom that you desire. Have you not seen society? You can't look in any direction without seeing porn shoved in your face, whether it's from OnlyFans or gross OkCupid ads or drag queen shows at public school. Does that sound restrictive to you? People broadcast their WAP everywhere. The second sign says, "Bands off our bodies," and it's being carried by a girl who's dancing on a sidewalk. I don't know who she thinks is banning her body or if she even knows what those words mean. A banned body to me sounds like you wouldn't be allowed to leave your house because your body would be banned from public. Somebody would be assigned to wait in the bushes until you go outside, and they would push you back into your house because your body was banned. The third sign pictured here says, "Forced pregnancy is a war crime." Her sign is true. That action would be a war crime, which is why no one in America is doing this. I'm a woman. I didn't wake up the day after Roe v. Wade got overturned to a bunch of people forcing me to be pregnant. I'm not pregnant, and every day since then, after the overturning of Roe v. Wade, I have remained not pregnant. So tell me, who is forcing pregnancy on American women? Who are these magical people who go around forcing pregnancy on us? This fourth sign says, "So you believe in Jesus and think abstinence stops pregnancy." Abstinence means not having sex or refraining from having sex. I think she's saying that because Virgin Mary got pregnant with Jesus without having sex, then that means not having sex still doesn't prevent pregnancy. Are these leftists really that dumb right now? Also, my guess is she's not a Christian, so she doesn't even believe in Jesus or the Virgin Mary. So for her, abstinence absolutely would stop pregnancy because by her own logic, she doesn't even believe in the Virgin Mary, so she doesn't believe that a woman could be pregnant even if she didn't have sex. Her sign is an attempt to piss off Christians by making fun of Jesus' mother, but it just makes her look retarded. The fifth sign says, "Abortion rights equals disability rights." What? How? Okay, so abortion means murder, so if we replace that word on her sign, it would say murder rights equals disability rights. So how can the disabled person have rights if they've been murdered? The sixth sign says, "Abortion is healthcare." Healthcare means if a person gets injured or is sick, they can go get healed. To think that the sign is true, you would first have to think that pregnancy is an injury or an illness. Therefore, to remove the pregnancy would be healing the person, hence the healthcare. However, none of that is true, therefore abortion is not healthcare. The seventh sign has some gibberish on it. Hang on. If cis-het men were the ones to get pregnant. Okay, so if men were able to get pregnant. Ooh, he just committed a transphobia. According to the left, men can get pregnant. Okay, if men were the ones to get pregnant, do you know how illegal a ban on abortions would be? So, he's saying if men were the ones to get pregnant, we wouldn't be banning abortions because we only do it to keep women down? That's my best guess based on leftist illogic and because this sign is gibberish. And then it goes, not my body, not my choice. Okay, so if someone you loved was doing something to ruin their body every day, by choice, you would just let them do that because that's their body? Or would your love for that person make you feel like you had to say something to get them to stop ruining their body? This eighth sign has irony written all over it. So we have a redneck who's against the COVID vax with a my body, my choice sign, and a feminist who's got the same sign. Then there's a speech bubble pointing at the redneck and he's saying it only counts when I say it. The speech bubble is in the wrong place. It should be pointing at the feminist. Think about how many leftists never shut the hell up about masks and vaccines and safety protocols. Does a mask go on my body? Shouldn't it be my choice what I choose to wear on my body? Same with the vaccine. If it goes in my body, shouldn't it be my choice whether I get it or not? Think about how many leftists posted on Twitter that they had caught COVID despite being triple vaxxed and quadruple boosted, and then always recommended everyone else do the same. Think about how many leftists refuse to let their family members celebrate holidays with them, or get together with them, or stand anywhere near them if they weren't doing the appropriate thing with their body that the leftists wanted them to. Think about how many leftists yelled at complete strangers to follow COVID protocols and demand that they do it without question or choice. It's almost laughable that a leftist would hold a sign that has the word choice on it, because at this point they wouldn't know choice if it knocked on their front door and punched them in the face. The choice the feminist should be making is the choice not to get pregnant in the first place. Don't you have the choice to do that? Use contraception if you want to have sex but you don't want a baby. There are many, many forms of contraception. Patches, gels, rings, shots, condoms, IUDs, diaphragms. Pick any one or more of these options. Use a gel with a condom. Use a gel with a condom with a patch. But if you really, really don't want a baby at this time, as a lot of leftists like to say, then you could also just not have sex. This is the ultimate choice the feminist should be making with her own body before a baby even has to be talked about. This ninth sign says, pro-life is a lie. You don't care if we die. This women will die nonsense is getting old. It's the doctors who misinterpret the anti-abortion bills who are propagating this nonsense. These scared, spineless doctors don't actually read the anti-abortion bills, then apply it to an ectopic pregnancy where the fertilized egg doesn't attach to the uterus like it should. In those cases, the doctor needs to go in there and remove the egg. But these doctors are so scared that removing the egg means they would go against the anti-abortion bill, which they didn't read, so they don't actually even know if it does or not. Hint, it does not go against the bills. It's these pussy-scared snowflake doctors who are letting women die of ectopic pregnancies, not the anti-abortion bills. If they would just read the bills, they could alleviate all fear of whether they'd be in trouble or not for helping the women with their ectopic pregnancies. Fuck! I didn't see this sign until I was grabbing screenshots. It says, if my uterus fired bullets, you wouldn't regulate it. Have you not been here lately? Have you not seen all the weird shit surrounding the attacks on the Second Amendment? Have you not seen all the legislation the left is trying to push regarding the right to bear arms? Of course they're regulating guns. They shouldn't be because it's unconstitutional, but they are. The government fucking loves to regulate guns. Kathy Hochul tried to pass some weird thing in New York. The court's ruling in New York State Rifle and Pistol Association versus Bruin. The court ruled New York's concealed carry law unconstitutional, extending the right to own a gun for self-defense in the home, as enshrined in Heller, to exist outside the home as well. And we have President Poopy Pants trying to claim things about the Second Amendment that aren't true. The Second Amendment, from the day it was passed, limited the type of people who could own a gun and what type of weapon you could own. You couldn't buy a cannon, and that was a lie. So why, you really think the government isn't trying to legislate things with bullets? Really? Then again, I point out, no one is regulating your uterus. What are you even talking about? We don't have to register our uterus with the government. We don't have to get a license for the uterus. What are you even referring to? How does the government regulate a uterus? Well, that'll do it for today's edition of Leftist Signs. I guess I'll see if this is worth doing again. But until next time, hang on to the truth, and I'll see you in the next video.